let's go into National 2 North, where in round four, there were hat-trick heroes for both Lancashire clubs. Fylde's Jordan Dorrington and Preston's Tyler Spence, both scoring a trio of tries. Dorrington doing so in Fylde's 47-24 win against Chester, whilst Spence starred for Preston in their victory away at Harrogate, that 38-31 win for Hoppers. Elsewhere, Otley ended Wharfdale's 100% start to the campaign. Second row, Reece Green won National 2 North's Player of the Week for his part in Otley's 44-31 victory. So just to bring up the National 2 North table now, it means that just Leeds, Tykes, Lymm and Sheffield are the only sides now with 4 wins from 4. Leeds go to Billingham in round 5, while Sheffield host Otley. Down at the bottom, the trio of Sheffield Tigers, Tynedale and Harrogate are still yet to taste that winning feeling. And speaking of Harrogate, they face our feature club in National 2 North this week in the form of Lymm. As you just saw, Lymm sits second in the table. The 20 points from 20, 4 wins from 4, 3 of which, by the way, have been away from home. But Lymm are back at Crouchy Lane on Saturday afternoon to take on Harrogate. And after a 10th place finish last year, we asked Director of Rugby Adam Fletcher and Head Coach Andy Davies what the secret has been to their early season success and also what their ambitions are for the campaign.
Well, we think this year definitely we probably nailed pre-season. Compared to last year, we felt like we were a little bit undercooked. Going into the start of last season, obviously we had some narrow losses the first 3 games where we were kind of losing the last 5 minutes. So we probably thought fitness was a bit of an area of work on. So yeah, we got the lads in a little bit earlier than this pre-season compared to last season, and we then gave them a little bit of time off towards the end of pre-season, which meant we were fit and firing heading into the season, and it seems to be paying dividends at the moment.
I suppose it's pretty cliched as well, but momentum. That first win at Pleionians was big for us, obviously. Come away from that thinking, hang on, let's see what we've got. Got to give next week at Chester. You get another one, and yeah, we're riding that wave at the moment. It's confidence high with the lads, play some decent rugby. So yeah, factor that in with the pre-season. We're in a pretty healthy place, I think.
And also probably just the experience from last year of going into these games. And understanding kind of the league and how certain teams play. I think that experience from last year, we've built upon it and we've learned from it. And again, these last 10 minutes, we seem to be managing the game a lot better. And I'm coming away with the 5 points rather than 1 point or 2 points.
Yeah, and maybe to completely contradict ourselves, guys, Saturday against Sheffield Tigers was probably a little bit different to the first 3. Adam, you described it to me as a nervy one, but that might be doing it a bit of disservice.
Yeah, I think it was a real test on Saturday. Tigers are decent, we know that, and I think we've been to Dormore. I need to call it Mordor. Dormore enough times and been on hiding quite a fair few times. So to come away with 5 points is brilliant. The way we got there was different to how we've got there in the last 3 games. Had to work extremely hard for it, and we built ourselves into position in the second half with 3 pretty much back-to-back tries. I think we could have got that next one. I think it would have been obviously a lot more comfortable than it was. But yeah, Andy said we probably took our foot off the gas, and they came back in, and yeah, we'd have been unlucky not to win it. But they will also be thinking they're unlucky not to win it by hitting the post.
We want to be a top 6 team in this league, which is what our aim was in the outset. We can't just rely on home results. We've got to go to Dormore and come away with a victory. We've got to go to Lyonians, those places, to try and come away with victory. So, yeah, we've had a big focus on away games, and hopefully that will keep them continue throughout the season.
You are in the northwest of England. You've got your Coldies in the Championship, Sale FC and Sedge in National 1. That must be a plus point as well, that lads aren't potentially looking higher up divisions or bigger paychecks, and they're actually believing in what Lymm's all about, because it's quite clear, listen to you guys, you're very passionate of where you want the club to be.
Absolutely, and look, we're a homegrown squad, majority of it. What is it, 70%? 70 to 80% of our lads, kind of our squad, have come through the mini juniors, and it's something that we do pride ourselves on, because we can't go out there and go and try and offer money to someone. So it's it's in our club ethos that we don't pay players. We are a purely amateur club. So, and we try and create this, it's quite a corny line, that we're the most professional amateur club going. But the boys do get a lot for when they come and join the club and around it, with whether it's free food, stash, and etc. But what it does mean is that the lads are there to kind of work for each other, and so they're not there just to pick up a pay bucket and roll out on a Saturday. They're there to actually, they want to be there, they want to fight for each other, and they want to have a good drink with each other on a bus on the way back on Saturday. So there was a real good culture and a real good vibe around the place. And I have to give it to Fletcher. He's really created that in the 10 years that he's been the director of rugby. Or was it more? Was it 11? Probably forever. But yeah, he's built up foundations, and that's always going to be the case with this club. Yeah, we make no bones about it. We can't go to Nat 1 or Champ and try and offer some of those lads that are on the way down. Maybe we're going to have to try and get lads from lower leagues and try and upskill them and bring them into this culture and improve upon them. And we've found some gems, and we'll hopefully continue to do that.
Yeah, and that culture, Adam, that we were reading a piece in the rugby paper that Tom Shard did the other week, and he mentioned about you guys staying grounded. Does that culture lend itself to staying grounded after such a good start? Because everyone knows where the club's been. You know where the club are at. You don't want to get too carried. I mean, 4 from 4 is great, but you might be getting carried away. I don't know.
No, it's hard not to, is it? You know, 4 weeks ago you asked us a question, would it be 20 points? You know, probably say no. So you want to get carried away, don't you? You know, we play rugby, and you play to win, and you want to win, and it's great when you're winning. So you know, you do start setting different parameters, but ultimately, again, it is each week at a time, isn't it? So, you know, Harrogate this week. You know, watch a bit of footage of them. You know, they like to play. They probably like our 4G. It's going to be tough, and we don't take anyone for granted. The standard of the league is excellent. It's really good. It's so good to be involved in. It's the boys really do enjoy it. It's a standard of league that we think we're competitive, and we want to be competitive at for a long time. We don't want to be a flash in the pan. We want to be here and playing at this level and keep testing ourselves.
So huge thanks to Adam and Andy for taking the time to chat to us this week. Obviously, last year that was Lymm's first ever season in National League Rugby, but they've begun to turn around some of the narrow defeats they were on the wrong end of, and will be aiming to make it 5 wins from 5 this coming Saturday against Harrogate. And with Sale Sharks playing on Friday night, why not fill your void on Saturday afternoon and get yourself down to Lymm to watch them take on Harrogate? They have been entertaining to watch so far this season, Lymm, and we expect more of the same in round 5. The club have also just asked us quickly to promote their upcoming Christmas pantomime, and I know we're only at the start of October, but Christmas will be here in a flash. More details will be released on Lymm's website and social media channels in the upcoming weeks. But Adam and Andy both said it's a really well-supported event, really popular event as well. And I believe some of the first team players at Lymm also get involved. And I know Lymm would appreciate your support this year as well. So do keep an eye out on their website and social media channels for any announcements around their Christmas pantomime. Now, we've already done the table and National 2 North, so I can't ask Lymm who is behind them. Yep, I'm going to cringe at that as well. So I'll shut up and concentrate on the fixtures in round 5. So let's have a look at them now. As we mentioned, Leeds go to the northeast to take on Billingham. Chester, who are looking for a first win since the opening day of the season, take on Sheffield Tigers. Hull Ionians and Fylde meet at Brantington Park. Lymm versus Harrogate, we've already talked about in great detail. Preston, who are now looking for 3 straight wins, take on Tynedale. Sheffield welcome Otley to Aberdale Park, aiming to stretch their winning run at home to 14 matches. It's nearly a full year Sheffield have gone unbeaten at home. They'll be hoping that continues in round 5. And Hull go to Wharfdale off the back of their first win of the season after they beat Billingham 40-26 last time out.